Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Again, I know it's been a while, the holiday season has really caught up with me, but I am back to film a kind of get ready with me / tutorial on the look that I'm wearing right now. It's a little bit dramatic, it's a little bit holiday inspired, but that's exactly what I was going for. It's completely matte on the eyes. I used all the shadows that I used were from the Naked Basics palette, but it's a pretty generic palette that you can find those colors elsewhere. They're all matte colors, so that's important. And then I have a bright cherry red on the lips just to kind of bring it more of a holiday feel. So this actually will probably be the look that I wear for Christmas Eve when I go to church, but if you have another Christmas recommendation or another Christmas inspired tutorial that you would like me to try, please leave that in the down bar below. And if you want to see how I got this look, then just keep watching. Warning, you're about to see me with absolutely no makeup on and my skin's looking a little rough today, so fair warning. Anyway, keep watching for the rest of the tutorial. I'm starting this look off with some Scotch tape on the side of my face to just kind of make sure this look is super crisp and clear. Going in and priming my eyes with Urban Decay's Primer Potion in Eden. It's this nice yellow color that dries to a tacky finish that will really make your shadows stick. So I'm blending that in on both eyes. Then I'm going in with my Naked Basics palette. This palette's awesome. It's full of really usable neutrals, and I'm starting out with this dark brown shade. This one's called Faint, and it's just a matte dark brown. Going in with a detailing brush, and I'm gonna do sort of a soft cut crease. So I'm going a little bit above the natural crease of my eye, making a thin line that I'm not going to be blending out quite yet. So I just want to keep this line nice and thin. I don't want it to be blended all over the place. Really just tracing where the other colors are going to be laid. Next I'm going in with the next lightest shade. This is kind of a matte taupe brown. It's called Naked 2. I'm going in with a fluffier blending brush. I'm just taking a little bit of that and sort of smudging it. Not a whole lot though. We still want that line to be very prominent. I'm mostly blending in an upwards motion. You want to leave the lid free for a different color. So you don't want to blend that color down onto the lid, but rather in an upwards motion. So that's what I'm doing here. Now I'm going in with an even fluffier blending brush with this sort of yellowy color it's called Foxy. And I'm just going to clean up that outer edge up by my brow bone. Just make sure everything's nice and blended out. I don't have any harsh lines up there because I want to make sure that the look blends out to kind of a soft finish. Now I'm going in with that dark brown color again, just kind of putting the line back. We did a lot of blending, so I want to make sure that that line is really prominent, is really dark. That's going to be featured throughout the look. So the next couple of steps you're going to see are me just going back in with those same three colors and those same three brushes, kind of just redoing what we did before, cleaning it up a little bit. A lot of this look is repeating the same steps just to make sure that the final product is exactly what we're looking for. So now I'm going in with this light middle shade. This one's called WOS, or Walk of Shame, on a kind of flat shader brush, and I'm really packing that color on. It looks, on the camera, it's coming off as sort of white, but it's more of a light pinkish beige color, which I think really matches the natural color of my eyelids, so it just brings a stark contrast between the dark brown and this light color, and I'm not bringing it up over top of that dark brown line that we created, kind of making sure that it's going right up to it though. Now I'm going back in once again with the dark brown, cleaning up that line, making sure that it's nice and dark, sort of blending the area between the lighter color and this dark color, but again, I still want the dark brown to be prominent. I don't want it to be completely blended out. So now you can see me just going back in, like I said before, repeating some of the same steps with the same brushes. Now I'm going in with this black, this one's called Crave, with a pencil brush, and I'm going to follow the line of that tape and sort of create a soft wing. So you can see me following that exact line, bringing it up just about where the dark brown line meets, and sort of doing a V shape in the outer half of my eye, bringing it down a little bit on my lash line to create sort of a soft, dark liner. But we're going to be blending that out and covering it with a liquid eyeliner, so don't worry about making it too perfect. Going in with a clean blending brush, both eyes, just making sure that that black is blended in with the rest of our look. We want our brown to really be visible in the crease, but that black line doesn't have to be super harsh or super crisp. So we're just blending it out. And now we're going in with that really light shade. It's called Venus. It's a beautiful white shade with sort of a golden shimmer. Taking the blending brush and lining along the brow bone as well as in the inner corner. This adds just kind of a beautiful highlight to the look. Now it's the fun part, peeling off the tape and looking at how crisp of a line we've created. We're going to go in and fix it a little bit. So if you have any fallout that happened to get between your skin and the tape or below, you can clean that up a little bit. But I really liked just seeing how crisp the edge was. Now I'm going in with a black liquid liner. This is Urban Decay's 24/7 waterproof liquid liner in Perversion. It is my absolute favorite black liner. And I'm sort of just following that crisp line that we created with the tape to form sort of a dramatic wing. Filling it in a little bit more and making sure that it goes the whole way across my lash line. We don't want this to be a super thick line. We want the eyeshadow to be the main focus of the look, so keep the line as thin as possible. And if you create kind of a sloppy line like you see me doing, you can always go in with some Q-tips and a little bit of makeup remover and just make the line as crisp and as clean as you want. Now I'm going on to my skin. That is Benefit's The Professional Primer. I'm just pressing that into my skin rather than rubbing it. That's actually the way that you're supposed to use this product, and I feel like it helps a little bit better. So I'm just pressing that all over my skin to make it ready for foundation. Going in with my favorite foundation. You totally can't see the back of the label. And I'm using my beauty blender. This is Urban Decay's Naked Skin in 02. So I'm just putting that all over my skin and I'm going to blend it in with my beauty blender that I have a little bit damp. And this is my favorite way to apply foundation. I feel like it just goes on really seamlessly. So now you can see me blending, blending, blending. Be really careful around that eye line. We want to keep that line nice and crisp. So make sure to not put any foundation or concealer or product or anything over top of the eyeliner or the eyeshadow that we did beforehand. So now I'm going in. I didn't know what I was doing with that concealer, and you totally, again, can't see the label, but this is also shade 02 in the NYX HD Photo Concealer. I think that's what it's called. I love this stuff. I'm just making kind of a little U shape underneath my eye and bringing it the whole way up to where that eyeliner is. Again, just making it that much more crisp and that much more pronounced. I think that that helps, especially if you don't have as crisp of a line as you're looking for. That concealer and blending it up that way can really make it pop and look super crisp. And I'm having some issues with some areas around my chin and around my mouth, so you'll see me concealing the heck out of it to try and do whatever I can. And now I'm going back in with my same beauty blender and just blending that concealer into my skin. And I'm getting really frustrated because these stupid spots will not go away. So I'm going in with another concealer. This is the NYX Waterproof Stick Concealer. I have no idea what the color is. I think it's called Fair or Light or Translucent or something light colored because I am pale as anything. So I'm going in over those same trouble spots just to try to conceal it a little bit further, blending it in with my finger, and then I'll be blending it in with a beauty blender as well. Clearly getting frustrated, but don't really care that much. So now it's time for eyebrows. I could honestly do an entire look or an entire tutorial on how to do my eyebrows because it takes a very long time. This is the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in the color Taupe, and I'm just using a double-ended Anastasia brush. One end is an angle brush, the other end is a little spoolie. So I'm brushing through my brows, combing them, making sure all the hairs are going in the right direction. and then just lightly filling them in. The way that I usually do it is kind of create a line along the bottom of my brow, but it's really important that you blend that line back in, because if anything bothers me, it's when you can obviously see the line on the bottom of people's eyebrows. I just don't like the way that looks at all. You really need to make sure that it's blended and looks natural. So make sure that you periodically comb through it with the spoolie. That's just kind of a foolproof way to make sure that your eyebrows actually look like eyebrows and not like you painted them on. So I did the same thing with the other brow. Again, I sped that up because we'd be here for 20 minutes doing eyebrows. Now I'm going in with my Maybelline The Master Drama Midnight Master Pencil Black Eyeliner, just lining my waterline. I'm only going about halfway. Then I'm taking a combination of that taupe shade and the dark brown shade on a pencil brush, going over that black liner and just smudging it out a little bit. You don't want this to be super dark and heavy, so I'm going back in with a fluffy blending brush, just kind of cleaning it up a little bit. Like I said, you don't want the bottom to be super smoked out, just a little bit. Now I'm going in, curling my lashes, and ew, that looks so creepy. I apologize for that. And going in with my Jordana Best Lash Extreme Volumizing Mascara. I love this stuff. I've talked about it before. Going in, making sure that you really get it to the base, kind of wiggle it at the roots to make sure that you're getting the most volume, and putting mascara on. I'm sure you've seen countless people do this 1,000 times. Now it's time for my powder. This is the Rimmel Stay Matte powder in number 4, Sandstorm. I'm going on with a giant fluffy brush, mainly just focusing it on the areas that I placed the concealer beforehand, under my eyes, around my chin, and along my T-zone. So that's mainly where I focus this powder to try and keep it matte the entire day. Now it's time for some highlighting and contouring. This is the NYX Highlight and Contour palette. Going in with a Real Techniques foundation brush, just to kind of do a light chiseled contour, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. I went in with the second darkest shade, and I really like this brush because you can kind of do a solid line, but then like I'm doing right now, sort of go up and down with the brush and blend it out. So I'm bringing that up along my temples and along the side of my jaw, along the side of my face rather, that's not my jaw. And just doing the same thing on the other side. It looks really harsh right now with the camera, but I promise that once it's blended out and in person, it does not look that harsh. It just looks like you have kind of chiseled cheeks, but it's not something where you can see a bold brown line on your face. So same thing, blending it up into the temples, just kind of doing the outline of my face, a little bit along the jawline, and yeah, that was way too dark, so I'm buffing it out with that same blending brush. You can always do that if you feel like your contour or your blush or whatever gets too dark. Going in with a small brush and this really light highlight shade, going down the bridge of my nose, across my forehead, and on my chin, and on the tops of my cheekbones, sort of blending it in with that highlight shade above my brow bone. And I just really like the way that this highlight looks. It's not super intense. I don't really like the super intense highlighted look on myself per se, so just adding a little bit more on my chin and my cupid's bow just to give my face a little bit of dimension and a little bit of difference from the contour that I did. Now I'm going in, my camera cuts this off, but this is Ulta's blush in Fame. You know how to apply blush, so that's okay. Now I'm going in with the Jordana Twist and Shine red liner, which I need to look up the name of this because I can't read it from me showing the camera because it's too shiny, and that's, you know, should have thought about that beforehand. But it's a red, kind of glossy, chubby pencil, and it's also a lip stain, which is really nice because it stays put. So I'm just drawing that all over my lips, making a fish face, and cleaning up the bottom with a Q-tip. I love this liner. It's really comfortable and easy to wear, and that's the look. Yay! Okay, so that is the final look. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. Hopefully it's not too long. I feel like I've been filming forever and my camera cut out like 3 different times. So hopefully this video doesn't end up being like 20 minutes, but I really hope that you enjoyed this look. If you decide to do it for some kind of holiday event, for Christmas Eve, for a Christmas party, anything like that, send me a picture, let me know. I would love to see your take on it. But as always, Thank you so much for watching my channel. I really, really appreciate it. And if you're not subscribed already, I would appreciate it even more if you would click the subscribe button right down in this bottom corner. It really means the world to me if you subscribe to my channel and watch my videos. All the products that I use will be in the description bar below, but I really hope that you have a very, very happy holiday season, and hopefully I'll see you in my next video. Bye!